Thank you, Sean. That was truly inspirational and a great way to get started this weekend. I have a few words to say to you. As again, I'm your Youth Governor, Patrick Grady, and I really haven't stopped thinking about coming to this conference since last year when I got elected. And even before that, I hadn't stopped thinking about becoming Youth Governor since my first year in Youth Government as a sophomore. So what I just wanted to tell you guys and share with you guys today is how youth in government has changed my life and what it can do for you this weekend and how to utilize this weekend to the best it can be utilized. So my first year in youth in government was my sophomore year. Mr. Fallensby, our advisor, told everyone in my history class, you need to come out, see what this club is. You guys need to meet, you need to come to a meeting and see what it's all about. And at my first meeting, I was hooked because everyone there was so friendly and so encouraging for me to get involved. And I was very nervous. I had no idea what this entailed or what to expect, but they gave me the encouragement to run for a lobbyist position. And thankfully, I got that position, and I got the opportunity to speak more and to voice my opinion and to learn how to speak at a committee meeting. And that was just an amazing experience because I never really spoke that much in that capacity in that certain type of situation, very official. And I found a lot of self-confidence emerging after that experience. So I really encourage you guys to speak, take the opportunity to speak this weekend and voice what's inside of your heads, because you really won't get an opportunity like this until next year. And if this is your last opportunity to be here, then you need to make the most of it. I also saw a great example in my first year of what a good youth governor does. The youth governor that year was Kelsey Sicard, some of you remember her. And I noticed that Kelsey really didn't give a lot of speeches or didn't put a lot of passion into her speeches. But what she did do was that she listened to everyone. And when she listened to people, they felt valued. And that's my biggest thing this year. I want everyone to feel like their opinion matters here, because this is a safe place for you guys to talk about what you feel like Maine needs to be doing to become a better state. So I encourage you all to listen before you speak and be respectful of other people's opinions. So after seeing Kelsey in action, I knew that I wanted to run for youth governor, because I wanted to give all of you the experience that I got. So this weekend, come talk to me. Come talk to me about a bill, about youth in government, about your future in youth in government, and we can just have a nice conversation. And I want to get you excited about youth in government so that you guys keep on coming back years after I leave. So my second year, I ran for governor. This was last year, and I was extremely nervous. But what really made it such a special experience for me was reaching out and meeting all of you personally. And getting to meet so many new people, making so many new friends, was such a rewarding experience. I would do it over and over and over again if I could. So with that, it's a really big honor to serve you guys, and I really appreciate just all the support I've gotten from you guys and all the ideas that you guys have shared, and I'm really excited to keep on doing it this weekend. So after being elected youth governor, this past summer I got to go to GovCon, or the National Governors Convention, which is a time for all the youth governors around the nation to go down to Washington, D.C. and meet and talk about what it means to be a good leader, what it means to be a servant leader, and how to find our sense of identity while serving others. So their definition of a servant leader, I liked it, but I wanted to add something to it. They said a servant leader puts someone puts everyone before themselves. I mean, that's the basic principle of democracy. You serve as their leader, but you guys are my boss in essence. But I want to go further than that. I want to make everyone feel welcome here this weekend. And I know you guys can all help me with that by being friendly, trying to meet new people, branching out, and trying new things. And as for finding myself while serving others, I really think I found myself when we were doing this service project on the Korean War Memorial in the National Mall. It was a beautiful place. And we got to help out the National Park Service clean up the Korean War Memorial. So I was raking up leaves, moving around mulch, and somewhere along that line during that time, I realized that I wanted to serve. I wanted to be a servant leader, and I want to work in the government and help others, because I saw that a small group of dedicated people could really make a big difference overall if they gave a little bit of their time. And that's just a general principle I carry with me today. So, whether it be on an issue, a bill, in debate, talking to someone, I hope that you find a passion this weekend, or that you discover something about yourself that you previously didn't know. Because youth in government is a really great place to find out who you really are. I really hope that you guys take the opportunity to speak up so that you can do this in the first place. Later on that summer, this past summer, I went to Kona, and we'll be talking about that in a little bit. What it is youth in government on a national scale held in North Carolina every summer. So it involves about 600 people from around the nation, all in youth in government, all coming from different youth in governments. And these 600 people are chosen out of about 55,000 participants in youth in government that participate nationwide. So you guys may think that we're that we're an individual program here in Maine, but really we're part of something way bigger, and it's something that you guys should definitely value. So while at Kona, I was so humbled by meeting all these capable debaters, thinkers, and people with just a passion. And I realized that I myself needed to keep on working on my own ideas, my own speaking skills, and I should never rest on my laurels. And I hope that this weekend you guys will all realize that while you're very smart and capable, it's still a good idea to keep on working to be better, keep on opening your mind to new ideas and new points of view. So I promise you guys, if you keep an open mind, you will find yourself thinking in new ways that you previously had not thought you guys could think of. So conservatives versus liberals, and libertarians versus authoritarians, these are political ideologies, but we can come together this weekend. That's the beauty of youth in government. We can come together and show that we can compromise on issues, because our time here is limited. We really don't have a lot of time here in the State House, and we need to make the best use of our time here. So I just want to stress that you guys will get what you put in for this weekend. You guys will get out what you put in. And you guys need to, I encourage you all to move forward into this weekend with the intent of having a positive attitude, a willingness to speak, a respect for others, the feeling of responsibility to your school and to your state, and the passion of helping the state of Maine become a better place to live. So this is all really important, because where we stand today is a bit of a pessimistic place. I mean, we've seen the deadlock in Congress. The presidential campaign has gotten especially fiery, and it's gotten a lot of media attention. And there's just a pessimistic tone about the government. But we can change that, because I just see a bunch of young, capable young adults out here who can make a difference, who can do what sometimes the government can't do for itself. And we have the opportunity, this is an amazing opportunity, being here in the State House. It's like, look where you're sitting right now. Representatives sit there and actually craft laws on a daily basis when they're in session. We can use our proximity to power here to put our plans for the future on display for the world to see, for the state to see, and for the United States to see. And it's really important to note that in regards to my own bills that I made this weekend, I could care less if they get passed. What I'm really going to be measuring this weekend in is the amount of positive experiences I've generated, and I hope that you all will measure your weekend that way and not look back on it about focusing on the number of bills that you passed or the number of times that you won a debate. It's about making a positive impact in people's lives and getting them excited about the government. So with that, I'd like to please ask you guys to help me in doing this. Strike up a conversation with someone you haven't met. Talk to someone about an issue that you feel strongly about and they might not agree with you on. And just have a good time. Because when we stand together, when we go where we meet people where they're standing, or we try to make compromises, that's when nothing is impossible. That's where we can attain true and meaningful change, and that's where we will shine as a youth in government. So with that, I'm looking forward to seeing what happens this weekend. There's some great bills out there, and that's a testament to your capabilities as a group and just your intellect, and I'm really proud to be serving as your youth governor. And I think if we go forward with a positive attitude and enthusiasm about the government, we can get a lot of bills passed, but more importantly, have a good time. So with that, I'm going to hand it over to Governor Broughton and former Governor Broughton, and we're going to talk a little bit about Kona.